The Presidential Task Force on Drug Prevention, or the PTF-DP, says that the license granted to an alcohol distillery in the Kalkudah area in Batticaloa is in violation of the National Drug Prevention Policy. The Sunday Times reports under its main headline that the director of the task force has requested for a reply from the Secretary to the Ministry of Finance regarding the license granted to the distillery.
The Sunday Times, quoting the director of the task force, says the PTF-DP strives to create a country free of drugs and has been able to generate positive changes with the help of the government. He adds that the PTF-DP has received a complaint about setting up of a liquor factory in the Kalkudah area.
A certain private company has taken steps to commence an ethanol production facility in Kalkudah. There was great public opposition against it, and this also violates the President's vision as well as national policy. In accordance with the President's manifesto, a massive program was launched to save the people from the menace of drugs and alcohol. At a time when we are trying to move our farmers away from cultivating tobacco, granting approval for such large companies to set up alcohol plants and drag the people down once more is in clear violation of the government's policies. Based on the President's advice, the Presidential Task Force on Drug Prevention will be taking action against it.
Newsfirst reported on a number of occasions as to how construction activities are being carried out on a 19-acre plot of land for an alcohol distillery by W.M. Mendes and Company. The chairman of W.M. Mendes and Company, according to its official website, is Arjun Joseph Aloysius, who is the son-in-law of the former governor of the central bank, Arjuna Mahendran, who is implicated in the impugned bond scam of the CBSL. Deputy Minister Amir spoke in Parliament on a letter that has been sent by the President, saying that he will not allow the distillery to continue. There were attempts to set up an alcohol distillery that belongs to a private company in the Kalkudah area. They were planning to manufacture alcohol. The government opposed it, but they continued the work. This is very disappointing. Recently, the President replied to a letter. He guarantees that he will not let this ethanol distillery to go ahead. We believe in that statement. We will believe that the distillery will not be constructed. We commend the letter sent by the President. Chief Opposition Whip Anurukumar Disanayake also spoke on the matter recently.
Plantation එකත් මම දැක්කා දිගින් දිගටම ඉල්ලා හිටියා.
There were requests to gazette Galloy plantations under the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. The government controls 51% of the Estate Development Board, while the rest is with the private sector. The Hingurana Sugar Factory comes under this board. The chairman of Galloy Plantations had stated that in the sugar manufacturing business, sugar is a byproduct and that the main product is alcohol. Thereby, they commenced an ethanol production facility. It has been 8 months since the plant began. On a number of occasions, letters were sent to the Excise Department and the Secretary to the Ministry of Finance to provide a license for the ethanol plant. Why is the government not providing a license? Because there needs to be tests. So the Excise Department raided this plant and fined them. A government institute has spent money and commenced an ethanol plant, but the Excise Department is not issuing a license. So the Galloy plant suffered a daily loss of 1 million rupees because of this. You don't issue a license to the government plant, but in turn, you issue a license to a private company in the same area. What is the aim of this? The aim is to provide the molasses from the Galloy plant to this private company. The Ministry of Finance should explain why the Hingurana plant does not have a license to produce alcohol even after 8 months have lapsed.